Well, today's show is all about celebrations. And before you walk down the aisle and say, I do, there are some things that you should probably talk about. In fact, months and months before, Rebecca Edler's here from the Bank of Luxemburg, you know, people getting married, they're talking about all the wedding plans and the honeymoon and all that kind of stuff. But money is a great thing to start talking about and start doing it now, correct?
It really is. You know, when you're getting ready for your wedding, you're worried about the cake and the flowers and the photographer, but there's a lot of other topics you really do need to have a discussion on months before you walk down the aisle, just to make sure you're both on the same page, and money is certainly going to be one of them.
Now, first thing you should be upfront with your partner is if you've got any debts or loans or, you know, any financial issues that, you know, they should know about. Don't hide it, because it will come out, right?
It really will come out. So the more upfront you can be about it, that is certainly okay. And you're going to want to share all of your debt. When you're going into a marriage, everything does need to be open, honest, and upfront right away. So if you have student loans out there, car loans, credit card loans, unsecured, whatever the case may be, it's a lot better to have those discussions upfront versus when you're trying to buy your first home and then all these things are popping up.
Right. And that then could, you know, possibly keep you from buying that dream home.
It might.
All right, pooling your finances. I know some couples do, some couples don't, and you know, it works. You know, some people love keeping their money separate. Some people love having it together. What's your advice on that?
It's really a personal preference for that, and it's again one of those conversations you want to have. Sometimes when it's a first marriage, you're going to see more couples trying to pool their finances in together. Sometimes when you're looking at second or third marriages, sometimes they might want to keep those finances separate, or if you're getting married a little bit later in life, sometimes you want to keep those separate too. But again, it's going to be a great conversation just to see where you both are at, because there's not really a right or wrong to it. You just need to make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Okay, who is going to be the banker bill payer of the house? That's important because it should be one who's, you know, probably a little better at it, right?
Yes, when you're looking at who's going to be taking care of the bills, again, there's not really a right or a wrong, but somebody does have to be responsible for that every month. When those bills are coming in, when the statements are coming in, to go through, make sure they're accurate, and get everything ready to pay. An easy way to do it, especially if both people aren't that spectacular with money, is to set everything up on some sort of an automatic bill pay. So everything's going to come out of your checking or savings account automatically each month, and you don't necessarily have to worry about some of those bills. It does take a few minutes up front to get some of those things set up, but it's going to last, you know, basically a lifetime.
Spending habits. I mean, I think that's important too to start talking about before you get married. There's some things that, you know, I'm just not going to give up. One of them would be, you know, I am a member of a tennis club, and you know, I love to play tennis. So, you know, putting it all out there that this isn't going anywhere. You know.
Exactly. You want to talk about what some of those non-negotiable items are, and you want to talk about spending limits. You know, what do you feel comfortable with your spouse spending? You know, maybe that's $50, $200, $100, whatever the case may be. But as long as you can have that conversation up front, and there's not going to be any big surprises when you come home from that shopping trip, or, you know, to Home Depot or at the mall, and you decide, wow,
yeah.
I can't believe you just spent that and you didn't call me first.
Right, exactly. What about names on the accounts after you get married and things like that?
It's really important to make sure you get those names taken care of. So you're going to want to stop at the Social Security Administration office first, get your new Social Security card, and then stop into the bank with your driver's license, your Social Security card, and you're going to get your names changed on everything.
Change the beneficiaries on some of those policies?
Insurance policies, and then also investments are going to be really important. Being in Wisconsin, we are a marital property state, so everything is going to be 50-50 for that, but you want to make sure that your beneficiaries are updated. A lot of times, especially with your 401k or some of those initial retirement investments, you might have set those beneficiaries up years ago. So you do want to revisit those, make sure everything's accurate and correct, and the same on your insurance policies.
Great advice. Thanks so much. Rebecca Edler from the Bank of Luxembourg. Any questions if you're getting married or have any kind of financial questions, maybe about refinancing, they are here to help you out. Great to see you. Thanks.
Thanks, Amy.
Coming up, some more wonderful recipes for your summer celebrations, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back.